Goodness gracious. Whew. Making a mess to make it better. Alright. Glasses, I need them. Maybe we need those. Da 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 da. All right, what do we want to do for? We got the train. We got one train on there. We need to put a train on this side. Okay. There's that. Hey Chad, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. So, come on, bend down. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Let's start with the new layout. Get the controller plugged up. That's what we gotta do. We're gonna run a. I'm doing good. A little hot up at, you know, up in that. Don't have air conditioning up here yet, so I got the fan running. So we're gonna try and show y'all the layout, the new setup. I put one of my Southern engines on there. Looks like 6140. I can't read it with it being at an angle. It's a 6148 is the one we're going to run around the track. Let's see. Alright, there we go. So this is a new layout. It's going to go down. Let me check. That needs to go over. And we're going to fix this in a minute. We're going to fix the styrofoam from sliding around. So it's going up. Getting ready to go up the hill. And let's turn the light on. My table is a mess right now. I've been working on this like crazy. And sometimes you got to make a mess to make it better. Got the window open up down there. So it's going up. That was a 4% incline. You can't see it because of the light. Got to get a better camera so we can capture this better. But basically, it's making a loop down there. Which one is it that lets me turn it down? Mountain Dew in the background. Alright, so there's one loop. It was the outer part of it. And then I'm playing around with making a tunnel or a lower section. Let's see how this goes. So it's going to go underneath itself right here. Going to have a tunnel entrance there. And it's basically just going to make a loop and then come back out on the right hand side. So got to get that switch powered up so I don't have to jump up like that. Whoops. I thought I had it right. We're gonna lose it for a second, but there it is. And it comes back. Now let's there we go. Nope. That switch I've not got it right yet. There we go. So now we got it on a different section of the track. This is going to be like the yard for changing cars. So and then let me see if I can not low enough. Yeah, so the train's going to come down through there. There's one switch right here. That's my little switcher train locomotive, and then so to go up there'll be another switch there, and that'll give me two lines that will allow me to switch cars around. And the cool thing about that, let me see, we put some magnets on there. The magnets will allow me to hook up the cars without having to touch them. But I think I have to adjust the pins. It wants to hang up on the seems like it wants to hang up on the magnet. So we're going to see if we can do that real quick. Get my pliers here. Move that one out of the way. get us some power real quick. So now that we're hooked up with the cars, what we can do, when I back across it, be able to stop and let go of them. The only thing I don't like about these Kato magnets, you have to push it back, go forward, and then back again to be able to connect to it. If we go back past the magnet and then go forward, it won't connect. So then you have to redo it to get it to, well, there's another one. I stopped right on top of the magnet. So we'll go back further. So there we are. We're hooked up to the 3 cars, and we can move them around and not have to worry about using a tool or anything to detach them. We're going to switch the track over here. This one I have to do by hand. Whoops, wrong one. Alright, so there's that. The next thing I wanted to do is a little tip that I've learned, or I thought of. I was trying to figure out with this styrofoam, I don't want to glue it down. I want to keep it where it's mobile, to where if I want to take and change the track up, I can. At any point that I want to take and change the track up, I can. So I needed to figure out a way to keep the track, to keep the incline in place without making it permanent. Then the solution I came up with was push pins. Right? These are just little clear push pins. And the idea is that I can come down beside the styrofoam and push them in place, and that will keep the styrofoam from moving left to right. Put it right there. And then with them being clear, they won't show up as much. So we're just going to bend this to follow the track. And put them in place like that. That way the track stays on the styrofoam. David Williams, what's going on? How you doing? And welcome to the stream. So we're going to continue with the next piece. Let's get this track over a little bit. It's got a little bit of flex and play in it, but not much. Move the camera to show you where I'm working at now. And one thing's for sure, you don't want to drop these on the ground and step on them. Let's drop some right there for right now. Move on down and continue placing these. And they just the green styrofoam, they just push right in there with no problem. And then this way, if I want to move the track to do a different design, I can. The only thing I'm trying to figure out and trying to find something that I can use to cover this up and keep it flexible. I thought about like some cloth or maybe some clear packing tape, but the problem with packing tape, with the curve, when you go to bend it, the outside curve will get bigger and the inside curve will get smaller. So the inside curve wouldn't be an issue. It would be the outside curve not being allowed to tighten up, would be my thought. And I may have to experiment that and see if I'm correct. Now with that last piece down there, it's thin enough that all I did was stick the hey Julia, how you doing? All I did was stick the push pin right through the white styrofoam into the green, and we're gonna move that out just a little bit and call it good. So now if we see the incline is lined up good with the track, and it shouldn't shift around as we as the train runs on it, and it'll keep it where it's mobile to where all I have to do is pull the pins out, and if I want to change up the design, make the curve bigger, or do away with the incline, you know, whatever, I'm not limited to what I can do. Alright, so I wanted to show y'all some couple things that I have done, I've been working on. In front of us right here we have a control panel. The toggle switch on the left right here up in the top. Get to play with trains and have adult time. That's right, Chad. With no kids. Yeah, kids can make it fun though, you know. You can have fun with kids and trains, but alright, so let's see here. So the toggle switch, it controls my switch way over to the left. Down there, which when I'm sitting down, there's one on the left and one on the right that I cannot reach. So I wanted to power them up. And it doesn't work. I'm not happy with how it's working. But it does work. You just have to play around with it. And then, so I got that wired up. Hey Bruce, how you doing? And then the next thing that I worked on is right down here. I've got some feeder wires. I can't show you now because I've got it all wired up, but on these switches I had power connected to the front, and then let's see, this one right here, so I had power connected to the straight part. When you flip the switch to run the train up here, the power transfers from this track to that track. Alright, and you lose power to the front section. So as I had a train running around and I would be switching the cars, I hear you, Julia. When I would have a train running around and I would be switching the cars, making up a new train. There's a word for it, but I can't think of it. The engine that was running around the track would stop, or vice versa. If I was running, if I had the switch turned to the front, I couldn't run the switcher. So with putting these power feeds in, I've connected to each piece of this track. And I cut a groove in the styrofoam because I want this to be temporary. I'm not going to run I wasn't going to drill holes through the base and run them underneath and do all that until I get to a more permanent baseboard. So I connected these feeders and I have wired them down. Excuse the mess. But if we look straight down, I have a block where each one of them is leading into. There's a red and black knob right here. We'll see if we can get this to come down closer. So it's a mess of wires right now. I've been working on this today and yesterday, and I will get this cleaned up, but I just, at a point where I want to make sure that it works. But the main power comes into the red and black knobs, and then you can connect the feeders down through there. And you can do the same thing with the switches or your accessories. I have another block coming tomorrow that I'll be using for the switches. So let's get the camera back up here. So that was the next thing that I worked on. And then the other thing, if for those of you that know trains, I've switched all my track, replaced all the, it's all the same track now. It's all Kato track. I had 3 different types of track, which 2 of them was from Bachmann. We had the silver nickel rail that had the gray bed on it, like what these have. And then I had the Bachmann, the steel rails that had the black underneath it. And it ran fine. I didn't have any major issues with them. It's just I wanted it to all be the same track and to be able to run bigger curve radiuses so that some of the longer cars hopefully will run better. And so in doing that, I was able to get enough track to where I went from doing 1 loop to now I have 2 loops, and it crosses over itself. And I've used just about every piece of track that I bought, except for some little small connecting pieces to fill in gaps. One of the other things that I bought, if I can reach over here and grab it, so this little plastic piece here, it's made by Kato. It is a railer, and it is for putting cars or your engines on the track. So it just fits on top of the track like that. You can take a car that you want to add and set it on there, let go of it, and it will roll right onto the track. So we can move this down, and I'll put another car on there. Let's see here. And it just lines them up perfectly with the track. So if we roll them back down here, that's perfect. Yeah, hey, I appreciate it, Bruce. So the other day I was asking some of my friends from my other channel. I don't have the link to my main channel on this one yet, but on my main account, White Blur Gaming, I have this one linked to that account. So I've got to do the other. I've got to do it the other way also. I just haven't done it yet. But I was asking some of my friends what state they lived in. Eventually this track's going to be set up, instead of being 4 feet wide, there's only going to be one section that's going to be about 42 inches, and then the rest of it is going to be 18 inches, and it will be 2 complete levels. One level will be for staging trains that are made up, so they'll be off the same, and you'll see them come in, go across and disappear, kind of thing. But so this is the 4 foot wide, this is simply temporary. But as I go around the room, what I want to do is travel from state to state. It's not going to be a prototypical layout. It's just going to be my made up fun. And while I was out, I was able to get a couple more cars. I actually got 2 of them. Thinking about one person for sure. So one of my friends from Fs22 lives in Pennsylvania. I didn't ask anybody about telling them where they live, so I'm not going to put their name out there. But they live in Pennsylvania. So the first car that we have is Pennsylvania Power and Light Company. It is an offset hopper, and the item number is 9311659. So we're gonna add these cars. Let me see, I want to do it down there. Alright, yeah. So we're going to open these up and roll them and see how they go and run them around the track. So when I change the layout and I get a more permanent plan, Pennsylvania will be one of the states that we run through. And there it goes down the track. So it seems like a good car. It has I just thought that was neat that it's not just Pennsylvania Railroad, but it's for Pennsylvania Power and Light. So probably a coal car that they would use to power, transport the coal to power a coal plant. It's got a nice ladder, handbrake. It's got metal wheels on it. It's not real heavy. It's a little bit on the light side, but we're going to give it a chance and see how it goes. So the next car that I found, and this is going to the video game Fs22. Let me get my reading glasses. Farmer Steve, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So everybody on that knows me from Farm Simulator 22 and Farm Sim 19. I don't call people subscribers. You're all my friends, and it is so nice to see you guys come over from Farm Sim 22 to help support this channel. And if I can figure out, so this is, oh, and I meant to tell you, the other one is a Walters train line. So this car comes from Walters, but it's their mainline edition. So I think it has a little bit more detail. Might be a little bit better quality, but still looks good. And it's a Penn Central, which I'm thinking that the Penn is short for Pennsylvania, which is why I got it. Now it is a 50-foot covered hopper, and the item number is 883595. Or wait a minute, no, that's the number on the side of the car. The item number is 9107032. So we'll take and try and figure out how to unbox it. Oh, they got tape over it. Hold on as I get my knife out. Alright, so we cut the paper there, the label. I'm going to pull this bad boy out. So, a little bit better packaging. It actually has a cover on it. Not much better, but a little bit better. So this would be one of the cars that we're going to be setting up a train to emulate the Fs22 train. The colors are not going to be right, but at least I'm trying to get the same type of cars that they use. So I don't know if y'all can see over here, but there's some nice detail in there, especially with these rails right there. It just seems like a lot better car than what the other one is. So the handbrake, the brake wheel is on this end, which is pretty cool. And then you can see the hoppers on the bottom. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Got stuff falling out of my lap. Run them right into each other is a good way of having them connect. We're gonna get this put up. It has, and it will continue to change. This is a hobby that I used to be real passionate about, and as you'll find out, I'm not gonna say I don't do things excuse my language, but half-assed. When I get into something, I get into it 100%. I may not do all the detailing that other people will do, but I'll have a lot of cars and a lot of engines and continue to upgrade the controller system. You know, at some point I may try and get this to run off of a computer. Who knows? So the next car I'm going to show you is actually an Amtrak car, but it's not a passenger car. So if we look at this one right here, this is an Amtrak, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's number 13390. So if we look in this package, this is 13332. So same car, made by the same company, but with a different number. So we'll go ahead and take it out. It is an Atlas Trainman. It's a 52-foot gondola, Amtrak, number 13332. So I don't know if y'all can see this, but instead of a piece of plastic that lifts off, this is actually connected in there pretty good. Packaging on the Atlas seems to be better than what the Walters is. So again, this has got good detail, metal wheels. It's got the magnetic couplers that I like, and I don't know why I like showing the brake wheel, but there's the brake wheel. Seems to have some good detailing on it, which is pretty cool. Rolled down the ramp pretty good. Let's put that one up. Now the next car I got, I did it with the switching game in mind. So it's another coal car, and it is from Milwaukee. The Milwaukee Road is what it says on the side. So I'm assuming that would be the Milwaukee Railroads back in the day. It is a 2-bed offset side hopper. Milwaukee Road, number 96310. Item number is 2000590. So, and it is an Atlas Trainman also. Nicholson, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yep, the John Deere train. Unfortunately, I could run the John Deere train on here. What I have discovered, and it's a neat train to have, it will find its way onto the track. However, one of the cars specifically does not roll good on the track. The way that the couplers were made on it, it's just it doesn't do a good job of rolling on the track. It wants to derail a lot, and it's not the track so much I'm having problems with, it's that car. And then the couple other cars I have changed out and put metal wheels on. To try and get them to run better, and they're not. It doesn't want to run good. So it was neat, and I'm glad I bought it, but unfortunately just not going to be able to run it like I'd hoped. Alright, so here is the Milwaukee car. It doesn't seem to have as much detail as some of the others, although it does. You can see the rivet heads or bolt heads if you look real close. Let's see if we can get them. See the rivet heads there in the light, which is pretty cool. But the reason I bought this one is to use with my game, because the coal cars seem to be shorter. And I've already got an identical one of that with the same number, but that to me is not that big of a deal. I just want to get I want to get like 8 of them so that I can play the game pretty good. And the Inglenook challenge, you have to have 8 cars, and I'm going to mark my track to you, the boundaries as far as how many cars can go where. And like one piece of track you can only have 3 cars on. It's only supposed to be big enough to have 3 cars on it. So I'll have to mark it, like put a mark down here, use a Sharpie or something, and let me see, like where that is, like I'll have to put a mark like down here, and that would be my limit. You know, I could only have 3 cars on that piece of track, so I wouldn't be able to put another, you know, go 4 or whatever. And if I have a long car, then that just adds to the challenge of it. So alright, so let's see here, how do we want to run it? I'm gonna leave the cars sitting as they are. And we're gonna run the Southern. We're gonna run it around the track and have it come push these train cars out of the way. I've only got the 2 engines, the Southern and the switcher. Those are the only two engines I have on the track right now. The little steam locomotive does not want to go up this 4% incline. So for those of you who missed the train layout at the beginning, now you get to see it now. Cobbler, welcome to the stream. Whoops, getting a little jerky there. So that's one of two loops. The track, there's no switches going. There's two complete loops that the train has to make to go around the to get back to the same point. I will put a couple switches in to shorten the route if I want to, and I've got to get the coal car, not the coal car, but the steam locomotive at this point won't be able to go up that inclines. I might can add some weight to it. Might be able to add some weight to it to help it with the hill, but as for right now, it's not. Alright, we'll slow it down. Turn the light on. Yeah. And we're gonna have to back it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna have to walk over there and switch the move the switch. Simple as that. And I believe yeah. Alright, I had to get them connected. So we're just going to push this one out of the way. Whoops! Y'all can't see that. Alright, so that's out of the way. Now we got to unhook from those. So there's the magnet. There we go. We're just gonna move that train out of the way completely. Let's have some fun with it. Let's take it all the way around over there. So now we're gonna hook up. We're gonna take the switcher. So we're only going to hook up the 4 cars that we got today. Dang it. I'm not being a big rail fan. I was like train setups. Right on. We got a problem already. Going too slow and the magnets unhooked. Yep, they want to unhook. Alright, something else is going on. We'll do the God of Hand there. Or the Hand of God. And again, I apologize for it being blurred, but here in a couple weeks, hopefully we'll be able to fix that. Y'all see that? This is not without flaws. I wasn't watching, so I'm not sure. I think I know why it did that. So I'm going to try real quick. We're going to put a paper shim underneath part of the track. And I think this is the problem with having a 4% incline. It's just right now I don't have enough space to do the 2 or 3% incline. Got to get it to a straight point, so hopefully we can connect back up. Okay. So I'm going to leave it running slow, hopefully to give me enough time. We'll put it down there so y'all can see it when it comes around. So how's everybody doing today? So as you see, when we get up here, I put some paper underneath part of the track to kind of shim it up. And hopefully that will help. We'll see. Nope. Need to do some more paper. Take 3. Good today. Oh, not bad. And you? I'm doing good. Awesome. Thanks. I'm doing great. Thanks. And you? Doing good here too. So me, I'm doing absolutely awesome. I got some work done on the train, and I got. I'm not gonna say I got it. But in Fs22, we got the mod that I have been waiting for, let's see, November, December, January, February, March, April, 5 months. And here in a minute, I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to go back to the other channel, and try and figure out what we need to do if it's not one section, it's another. I'm determined we're gonna make it around one time with these cars. Let's go full blast and see what happens. If this doesn't work here, we're gonna go sell. Yep, we're gonna go sell some manure. Whee! Alright. So part of what I think is going on is that the height of the couplers need to be adjusted. And I don't have what it takes to do that right now. I know how to do it, I just don't have the stuff to do it. So we're going to bring the switcher back around and we're going to park it. And then at the I'm not going to say the request, but somebody suggested that Bruce suggested that I should do that. I should sell my manure and slurry and see how much money I make off of it. And I believe I want to do that. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I hope that y'all like the layout. I promise I will get the I'm going to do what I can to get a better picture where it's not the back is not blurred so much. But you know, when you're doing live stream and you're dealing with distances of 5 to 16 feet away with a little webcam, you know, that's what you get. So I hope y'all have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed the work that I've done so far, and we will continue to do so. I'll continue to work on it and make it better. But we'll see y'all on the other channel in just a few minutes. Bye.